We're in Ballina on the northern New South Wales coast, and I've come here in this recreation of a 500-year-old ship that we've been sailing up the east coast of Australia. So these are the types of ships that first took Europeans out of the Mediterranean and into the Atlantic to discover a route to the east. Christopher Columbus, Vasco da Gama, Diaz, all of the early explorers from that period used caravels much like this.
She's made fast to the shore, which is the terminology for her being berthed and attached to the jetty. And it's when the ship is in this position that we are able to open her to the public so that people can come on board and explore her both on board and below decks and experience 15th century nautical ambience.
Ahoy there!
This room in here is the captain's cabin. So there's the captain's bed, the captain's table, which is the chart table, and that's where we sleep when we're at sea. There's 2 flights of stairs to below decks, which takes you into what I call our ballroom, which is our living area. In the 15th century, this space would have been totally filled with gear that the people needed to survive for however long they were going. But it's fairly devoid of things. There's a lot of space, and our possessions are locked away in all the beautiful chests down below that the children are convinced hold treasure. And in the forward part of the ship we have 2 cabins, each with 2 bunks. This ship really shows people how small the vessels were that the explorers in the 15th century boarded to go to who knows where. They were incredibly brave, adventurous, very greedy, on the hunt for gold, and they were expansionists, so they were on the hunt for new land, and along the way they discovered slavery as well.
Absolutely amazing. It was like a step back in history. Not your typical boat by any means, and sort of gives you an insight into what, things were like 500 years ago. I'm not sure that I'd want to be on it though permanently.
So people come on board and experience a whole lot of different emotions, ranging from fear and anxiety, stating the ship is scary and evil, to absolute joy once they have boarded and gone below decks and explored Graham's beautiful caravel.
The work that's gone into all the woodwork and everything is just great. And I was saying to the kids on the way here, we might want to steal away with the pirate ship, and now I think I would really like to do that.
It's the first time in over 500 years that a caravel has graced these waters.
Caravel in particular is a hard ship to find anything about. They've never found the archaeological remains of one, and as well as that, they were never built to a plan. All ships are only built by eye in the 15th century. So yeah, it took 2 years of research to come up with the underwater shape, which is based on work that's been done in Spain and Portugal. Everything above the waterline is just purely taken from 15th century artwork of this type of ship.
He had the time and the determination to research and design a vessel, and may I add, the genius.
I had been making furniture, and we'd collected a lot of timber, and had about 300 tonnes of logs, and I was looking for something a little more interesting to do with it than make it all into tables and chairs.
You can see by the marks and different characteristics that are on it. They knew exactly what they're about.
We've sailed the east coast and we've visited all these ports, and we're going to head back to Victoria to East Gippsland, and we spent 10 years building her. Now we need to have at least a decade, going and enjoying her. So having the opportunity to open at ports is wonderful, because besides showing the public the beautiful ship, it enables us to keep going. This is our livelihood, and it's quite a big affair keeping a ship afloat and maintained. So that's what we're doing.
Don't think I'd like to sail in it. I don't do boats myself. I work in the tower, but thank them for coming in, and it certainly is attracting visitors, and we appreciate them flowing onto us.
It's much more than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, I'm really impressed.